created a Wi-Fi controlled gardening setup, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it yourself. So the first part is like the parts. So what parts do you need to create your own setup? So the parts I use were very cheap. I think everything can be found under $30. So one, you need a Sonoff SV. A Sonoff is basically a relay that's controlled by a Wi-Fi chip, so that's the way you can control it via Google Assistant. Relays control whatever you want, so a solenoid is just the one part of it. The second part you need is the solenoid. In my case, I use 12-volt DC solenoid, and basically the way a solenoid works is you charge electrical current to it. As the electrical current is charged, the valve moves up, and when you have the valve move up, the water can flow through. And there's two types of solenoids: there's a normally open and a normally closed. I used a normally closed because I want the water to stay closed until I have a relay, but you can use the other way and switch the currents. It doesn't really matter. The third part of it is you need a power source. So because I'm using a really heavily intensive 12-volt DC solenoid, I had to include a separate power source directly for that. But if you're using a smaller application like a light or something, you don't need that. But in this case, when you get a solenoid, make sure you get another power adapter. The fourth part thing, you need a bunch of parts, a bunch of fittings. So I have listed my fittings right here. Some skills you'll need in this build is soldering. So basically soldering two wires together. You can always use a wire clips for some connections, but you need to solder directly to the actual Sonoff board. So I recommend getting a cheap soldering iron, like really cheap ones on Amazon. I'll have one linked down in the description. I'm going to show you how my solenoid system actually works over there. This here is a Sonoff SV. Sonoff SV is basically the combination of two things. You have the relay over here and the Wi-Fi chip over here. Both of these things in conjunction can create a system where you can actuate it from either a voice command or an app on your phone. So there's three ways to wire a Sonoff, and I've used one where the Wi-Fi system is isolated from the relay system. In this case, the Sonoff requires 12 volts and a higher amperage to switch on and off. So basically over here, I have my 12-volt pinout board. And basically this is from a computer power supply, and the power supply is pinned out for all these voltages. So right here, you can see I'm using 12-volt and ground, and this is wired directly to the Sonoff right here. So this goes underneath and wires directly to the Sonoff, and it's intercepted by this relay right here. The 5 volts for here, I just have it connected to a power brick up there, and basically that just powers up the circuit itself. So that's just pretty much how it works, and this is just going to the Sonoff. My greenhouse over here, I built this with like a set that came in about 9 feet by 12 feet. A lot of plants here. In the middle you see there's a sprinkler system, and that sprinkler system is connected to this hose over here. This hose runs over here. It connects to my my garden outlet right here. The idea was to use a solenoid there to use have a switchable supply for the water, but for testing purposes, I'm going to have on a separate valve. So connected to that Y splitter here, I have a 12-volt DC solenoid. I can do a demo right now. So, hey Google, turn on greenhouse. So you heard that click, and water goes over here. And I do it again. Hey Google, turn off greenhouse. And slowly, yeah, you get the idea. Water goes away. So that's pretty much my idea. Thanks for watching.